It is the end of a reporting period and you have your computer screen up, you've got your report card template out there, but it's blank. You grab that glass of wine, you hope that that's going to help you, but nothing comes onto that screen besides that template. Hey there, I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You, and today we're going to be looking at how to write meaningful and effective report card comments. Now, it can be such a daunting task because we've got to take these report cards and turn them into these beautiful masterpieces where every single sentence is beautifully crafted. It's got vivid language, so all of those classroom management issues that you had, you're not going to be saying, oh, your child sucks at this and your child is doing this. You're actually going to be talking about how they need improvement. So you're using flowery language. So again, it is a masterpiece, isn't it? So today we're going to look at how do we just stop overwhelming ourselves with all of the things and focus on just 3 things, because if you've got 30 plus students, and especially if you're in high school and you've got 125 or so students that you have to write report cards for, you can't do this for every one of them. So we're going to focus on 3 main aspects here. Number 1, we're going to look at check your language. So what I mean by this is a lot of the times when we are looking at the curriculum, it's written for us, teachers, and for administrators. It's not written for parents. So when we think in pedagogical terms because that's how we're trained to think and that's what we're trained to see. But parents don't understand a lot of the language, and we are discovering that a little bit more as of recent, where the language is becoming a little bit broader for students and or for parents, so they don't always understand what we're trying to say. So we've got to break it down into really small and easy to understand terms so that parents understand what's going on. So that way it's a little bit more transparent, okay? Otherwise you're going to have parents emailing you, asking you questions after questions, or wanting to see you, and that's taking up more time than you've already spent writing those report cards. So let's move on to the second step, which is personalize. And we get that, especially if you're a child, if you've got students on an IEP, an individualized education plan, then you know that you want to write each of their bullet points along with their comments. My gosh, I've got a strand of hair, they're bothering me. You want to write each of them, you want to personalize each of them to meet their goals, right? But what you also want to do is the other students, you want to have theirs personalized, but we can't possibly write every single report card for each student as a masterpiece. Like I mentioned earlier, we'd be there forever and ever doing this because all of these report cards are done on our own time, not school time. So what we're going to do instead is, with one main step broken down to 3 parts. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a journal or reflection, core competency 1, that meets your specific report card term. So whatever it is that you focused on, was it positive cultural identity? Was it communication skills? What did you focus on? You're going to be using that. And I'm going to link to different competencies so that you can see which ones you want and just download the ones that work for you. Then you're going to have your children self-reflect using those prompts. And then you're going to take the step 3 is you're going to take exactly what they say and you're going to put it into the report cards so that you don't have to sit there and think. It actually takes some of the thinking away from you, and all you have to say is something along the lines of, according to Betty or Bobby Joe, he or she indicates that they need improvement on this, or that they improved on this by doing this, okay? And that's it, and you'll use it in quotes because it's their words. And so what ends up happening is it helps you with your writing, it helps your students have a voice, and it helps your parents see what their child's thought process was about, okay? The third step is to create a sandwich. So think of the sandwich as, or the outer part of the sandwich, the bread up and bottom, that's your positive comments, and the inside, let's not say negative, but it's actually the needs improvement section. So the top is, Marianne did really great at this, and then the middle part is, she is working on this, and the bottom part, or she is working on this by doing this, because you always want to tell us how that's going to happen, otherwise parents are left with uncertainty and then you get comments back. So, and then you end with saying, and she did an excellent job with this. So you're positive, needs improvement, positive. Okay, you're sandwiching it for as many sections as you possibly can, if not every section. Okay, so that is it. We're going to recap really quickly. We looked at the importance of just focusing on 3 main aspects to create meaningful and effective report card comments. And the 3 that we talked about is check your language. That was number 1. Number 2 is personalize, and number 3 is create a sandwich. That sounds absolutely delicious, so I think I'm actually going to go and have a sandwich. And I hope you join me with it. Thank you so much for joining me here. And in the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Take care and have a wonderful time. Breathe before you have to write report cards. I'm going to be doing it right there with you. Take care. Bye.